Live from RU Television Broadcasting Studio in Nairobi, good afternoon. My name is Zamzam Aden. Today from this spanking new television channel, we mark the beginning of a new journey as we usher in the first RU live stream broadcasted news, with this phase being just the latest inception of this journey. In today's headlines, beginning with current affairs and politics, the country suffers as fuel shortage becomes a menace. In the international news, we feature effects of war to Ukraine, exclusively food shortage. And in our sports and entertainment, we take a look at how Riara University relaunched her sports department this season amidst the post-COVID pandemic era. Welcome to Riara University Campus News. Riara University always goes above and beyond for her students, and the merits that they graduate with is proof enough. The school hosted a 3-day legal talk series with lawyers from the OK law firm here in Nairobi, and a side interview touching base on all matters politics with prominent lawyer of the firm, Stephen Maloa. This is what Zamzam Mohammed prepared for us. Have a look.
With the onset of the pandemic, gender-based violence has spiked to an all-time high, the most recent being the groping of a female motorist along Forest Road by border drivers. After the 3-day legal talk series with OK law firm, lawyer and advocate Stephen Maloa had a sit-down with us in an attempt to give his 2 cents on the issue.
Any victim of a crime is entitled to be protected under the law, and so even for persons who face gender-based violence, really the court processes and other processes should be speeded up to facilitate speedy resolution so that they can get justice. There's a law that was passed a few years ago called the Victim Protection Act. And in the Victim Protection Act, it actually provides for these sort of things in terms of how a victim should be treated, what sort of compensation and other things that they should get. So even if the perpetrator of the offense is jailed, the victim should be entitled to some sort of compensation, whether it's in monetary form or other form.
Kenyans living with any forms of disability have always had it rough and placed at the bottom of the food chain in job markets due to stigma. However, this isn't the case anymore, with Stephen letting us in on the issue of inclusivity seen nowadays.
For persons living with disabilities, or sometimes called people who are differently abled, realistically speaking, they should not have a challenge of practicing law. I have actually taught a student who was legally blind, and the exam papers would be done in Braille and so on, and the student had access to audiobooks while studying, and so people living with disabilities are entitled to equal access. So the law is one of those professions which really they should not have difficulties in accessing, because all you need is your mind.
In conclusion, he had a few words of encouragement for students pursuing the craft that is law and all others.
One of the things that you have to do as a student is not to be afraid of change, and to embrace change and to embrace technology, to make sure that you have skills, that you have multiple skill sets, not just the legal, but also, whether it's a language skill, whether you have another qualification, whether it's in accounting, whether it's in coding, but you want to have different skill sets that will come in useful, because employers of the future are looking for people with variable skills and that can be used in different ways. So if you only stick to the law, then you may become very one-dimensional. So it's about opening your mind to new ideas and to new experiences, and to never stop learning.
Reporting for Riara TV, I am Zamzam Mohammed.
Moving on, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Having that in mind, Riara University hosted a 3-day cultural event for the sole purpose of bringing forth diversity, and it was a spectacle to be seen. We had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with the school reigning president of the Student Council, Shabat Juma. Here is more on the story.
Riara University has always had a knack for stimulating the minds of students by bringing forth events to take learners out of their study ruts, as well as provide inclusivity. To further provide an insight on an array of topics, School President Shapat Juma enlightened us on how things work behind the scenes in planning such events.
Events kibao, but finally Cultural Festival imefika, tumekuwa now the whole week, manzi wasa wamejinice. People have had fun, kumekuwa na different activities, from cultural dances to camels to horses to color festival to to motorsport to music and dancing and competitions. We've had amazing sponsors, by the way. We've had Indomie, we've had Safaricom, we have had Ballpoint, Coca-Cola, of course, and it's been really amazing, manze.
The president further expounded on the group effort it takes to make such an event a success.
We started planning this event 2 months ago. Since we started this semester, January, we have been planning this event week after week, coming up with proposals, writing proposals, calling. Sometimes we use our own credit. Sometimes somebody is calling you as early as 6 in the morning to tell you, what can I do here, what can I do here, So the committee members have worked super hard to ensure that, everything is in place.
All fun and jokes aside, the president further recognized the importance of studies, and with exam week drawing near,
make sure you read for your examinations, because at the end of it all, what brought us here is schoolwork, right? What brought us here is education. Even though it's debatable if education is, the kind of way that this country is shifting or going, or this world, but we all need education, because apart from that degree, those tests prepare you for the tests of the world, if I may say.
Reporting for Aria News, I am Zamzam Mohammed.
A stressful week for motorists all over the country as Kenya reels from fuel shortage. The situation in petrol stations remains hectic as hours-long queues and strict ration of fuel seem to be the daily gossip. Here is more with Nigel.
Citizens around the country have been stranded for hours and hours, wondering when they'd get the next liter of petrol. Justin Muturi, Speaker of the National Assembly, assured citizens that everything will be back to normal.
Let me comment on the issue of fuel shortage, which has been reported in some parts of the country, and to appeal to the people in the industry, particularly to rise to the occasion and ensure that there is adequate supply of the commodities, because the Kenya pipeline says that they have sufficient stocks, and therefore, if it's an issue of sabotage, let it be investigated and action taken quickly to make sure that Kenyans don't suffer, as it's been reported in some parts of the country.
And with that, let's have a short commercial break before heading into the international segment, where we have a lot more lined up for you this afternoon.
Wakenya wenzangu, hamjambo. Time election imefika. But before tufike time election, nataka niwakumbushe mbona tunajivunia kuwa Wakenya. Watu wengi wote wanajulikana nchi zingine. Kuna Victor Wanyama, Eliud Kipchoge, wameleta sifa kwetu sisi wote. Na hiyo time tukishangilia, hatujuangi huyu ni wa tribe gani, huyu ni wa tribe gani. Hatutakangi kujua huyu ni wa chama gani, huyu ni wa chama gani. Sasa nataka tufungue macho. Politician asitoke penye ametoka, akuja tupiganishe. Wewe kijana hapo siku hizi mnasema nguko juu ya dimanga, umekalia mawe hauna job. Politician anakuja na kupea 100, 200, ndio uende uchokoze jirani yako. Leo kwako moto ikiwaka, ni nani atakuja kukusaidia? Ni hiyo jirani yako mwenye unapiga. Kwa hivyo ni jukumu letu sisi wote, na nitawaambia kama Wakenya, pamoja tudumishe amani.
Welcome back. Now crossing overseas to international news. Beginning with the war in Ukraine, which is set to deliver a shock to the global supply and cost of food, Riara International, one of the world's biggest fertilizer companies, is on the spotlight on how to deal with this situation, since it largely depends on Russia for its essential raw materials. Our reporter Rodney Thuo has more on this.
The company's boss says it's making day-to-day evaluations on how to maintain supply, as it's too early to say if shutdowns may be on the cards. He also insists that the company will continue production as they figure a way to reduce its dependency on Russia for global food production.
We took to the streets to find out how this affected local businesses in Kenya.
My name is Joy Ndritu. I'm a food business owner. It has directly affected my business and me personally. Yeah, because I'm in the food industry. Small things, basic things like cooking oil, have really shot up. So meaning my profit margins have gone down. The best I'm hoping maybe after elections or after this whole Russia thing goes down, then the food prices will go down. Or else, some food businesses like mine would have to add prices, which is also a downside for my loyal customers.
In related news, TikTok and Netflix have limited and cut their services from Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. This was done due to the spread of false information about the ongoing situation. Back to you, Rodney.
TikTok, which has about 36 million users in Russia, stated that their exit was about ensuring the safety of their staff. The week prior, Netflix joined by temporarily halting all future projects and acquisitions in Russia. This occurred as they assessed the impact of Russia's invasion in Ukraine. Since February of 2022, anyone who writes stories deemed to be false about the military could face up to 15 years in jail.
Still on the same topic, in a move to stand in solidarity with Ukraine, game publisher Electronic Arts has announced it will remove the Russian national team and all other Russian teams from FIFA 22 and associated games. Rodney Thuo takes it up from here.
FIFA, UEFA and EA Sports have removed the Russian national team and all Russian clubs from EA Sport games and FIFA products. This includes FIFA 22, FIFA Mobile and FIFA Online. This was after Mr. Fedorov's tweet asking them to leave the Russian market. However, there has been no response yet from Microsoft and Sony, who own Xbox and PlayStation respectively. These were some of the reactions from FIFA PlayStation gamers.
Personally, it doesn't have effect on me because I've never used any player coming from Russia. It's actually messed up my game. They chucked my keeper, who was my main go-to keeper.
Such amazing insights on that story. Now we shall head out for a short commercial break before moving on to our On the Street segment where the fun begins.
Within 24 hours, 4 people commit suicide due to depression. $1.9 million Kenyans are suffering from depression, making the state the 6th African country with the highest level of depression. Let us stop suicide by early identification, treatment. Reach out to the Befriend Us Kenya organization through the hotline number 0722 178 177 or the nearest health facility around you. There is no health without mental health.
Welcome back to RU News once again, and moving on to a jollier segment. It's time for On the Street segment, where we paid Riara University students a visit to taste their intelligence on general knowledge. This took place amidst their cultural week, making it a merry moment. Let's have a look.
Welcome to On the Street. I am your host, Cynthia Kariuki, and today we're going to be asking very hot questions, and it's gonna be lots and lots of fun, so come with me. Okay, I have some few questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I want you to tell me these 3 words in Swahili: smartphone, avocado, and club.
And club. Okay, smartphone, I think ni simu. Yeah, avocado, I'm not too sure. I actually don't know. A club. That's a nice one. Dunda. Avocado.
2,000 years later.
Tufaha is an apple. I don't know avocado in Swahili.
I have a tongue twister for you, and I want you to say it as fast as you can. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Yay, you got it right.
Oh my God! I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Another one.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
You scream, I scream for ice cream.
I have a simple question for you. Are you ready? I am a 4-letter word. I start with F and I end with K. And I can always use my hands if I'm not there. What am I? Fork? Wow. Oh, you're so smart. Thank you. No wonder you're chef.
Today is when I learned that avocado is parachichi in Kiswahili. That is it from me. We'll be back shortly with Mariam Siyad.
Poaching, habitat loss and fragmentation in Kenya has caused many animals to lose out their life in the wild. The Kenya Wildlife Service oversees 8% of Kenya's total landmass, comprising 27 national parks, 32 national reserves, 4 national sanctuaries, 4 marine parks and 6 marine national reserves. The KWS rescue and give these animals a new home. They feed them and care for their daily upkeep. They fight for their survival day and night. You can now be part of their survival journey and contribute. All you need to do is call and adopt an animal at 020-600-800. Adopt an animal. Save our wild. Because the future of conservation is you.
Good afternoon. My name is Mariam Siyad. This is RU Sports and Entertainment. Kicking off with our main entertainment story of the day. If you were to summarize vibrance and excitement based on an event, it would be Riara University's recent Cultural Week event. Here is a deeper insight on that story.
From the 15th to the 18th of March, the university had held its annual 4-day Culture Week, which was mainly focused on celebrating the diversity of cultures. Students from all departments came together and indulged in the event's activities, whilst embracing each other's backgrounds. Where even Safaricom and Indomie had taken part in sponsoring the event, upping the event's fun factor. Joy and laughter had filled the atmosphere, especially at the Color Fiesta and Drift event that had taken part on the 3rd day. Student spirits were uplifted as they were able to spread color, music and joy with their friends. There was also an exciting motor show that had taken place later that day, adding more to the celebration. The entire event was nothing short but spectacular, that had resulted in new friendships being made and long-lasting treasured memories. This is Dejane Nyakatawa reporting from RU Campus News.
Moving on to sports news, spirits are uplifted as students have finally been able to return back to extracurricular activities since October last year. Since the Riara University's sports launch, Riara students have been busy on the field and in the waters, showing off their athletic skills. Let's have a look.
The launch was a success as our Vice-Chancellor made an appearance to the event to enjoy the day's celebration alongside the students. Due to the pandemic, the university had removed the activities to abide by the country's COVID restrictions. That's now all changed as everyone engaged in activities such as football, basketball and board games to revive what was once. The entire day was a highlight to say the least, and now the football team has been able to get back into training. training every Wednesday at CID and engaging in friendly matches such as the ones they had recently with ex-international football players. This is Ebi Kyanga reporting from Ario Campus News.
In other news, Kenya has been suspended from all international football competitions. This decision robs Harambee Starlets the chance to reap benefits from any FIFA opportunities until they meet the required conditions. Here's more on the story.
World Football Governing Body, FIFA, has suspended Kenya from all international competitions. The move comes after the women's national team, Harambee Starlets, were disqualified from the African Women Cup of national qualifiers against Uganda. Honcho Gianni in Financial said Zimbabwe had also suffered a similar fate and lashed out at the government of the two countries for poking their noses into football activities contrary to football status.
I want to mention we had to suspend two of our member associations, Kenya and Zimbabwe, both for government interference in the activities of the football associations. Associations are suspended from all footballing activities with immediate effect, and they know what needs to be done for them to be readmitted.
This has been Ebi Kyanga reporting for you from Ario Campus News.
In the World Cup qualifiers 2022, Senegal trumps over Egypt by 1 goal after Sadio Mane's penalty. This puts Senegal on the plane to attend the FIFA World Cup 2022 to be held in Qatar in November. Let's have a look.
A remarkable match in Senegal was a replay of the Africa Cup of Nations final. Much as in that game, a penalty shootout was needed to separate the two sides, with Senegal once again victorious from 12 yards. Senegal had the advantage, with Mustafa Mohamed's penalty saved by Mendy after Bamba Dieng converted. If Sadio Mane scored, Senegal would win the shootout. He did just that, smashing the ball into the back of the net. Flares were lit in the stands as the fans rushed to the pitch, celebrating the players who will be travelling to Qatar in November. For Egypt, who offered very little throughout the game, it was a replay of the heartbreak they suffered just over a month ago. Dejane Nyakatawa reporting from RU Campus News.
Moving on to the last story of the day, Liverpool celebrates as they take the Carabao Cup from Chelsea on Sunday the 27th of February at Wembley Stadium. This is Liverpool's first domestic win in a decade, making them the most successful club in this competition. Here's a sneak peek at what went down at Wembley Stadium.
Liverpool triumphed over Chelsea to win the Carabao Cup after Kepa Arrizabalaga missed the decisive penalty in a marathon 11-10 shootout at Wembley. The final had been pulsating, featuring big chances at both ends, dramatic saves and disallowed goals, with VAR making its presence felt on 2 occasions. For Liverpool, it was the first Carabao Cup win since 2012, taking them ahead of Manchester City once again to become the outright most successful side in the history of the competition with 9 wins. It also ended with coach Jurgen Klopp's wait for the first domestic cup trophy. This has been Dejane Nyakatawa reporting to you from RU Campus News.
Finally, we have come to the end of the first Riara University campus news premiere. Today has been a breathtaking experience. Of course, this is courtesy of you, our viewers. We look forward to bringing you even much more in the near future. My name is Mariam Siad, and may you have an amazing afternoon.
overexposure, dirt, and sweat can leave you with stubborn dark marks and dry skin. But with Garnier's Even and Matte Gentle Cleansing Foam, that's no longer a problem. With pure lemon extract and the brightening power of vitamin C, its ability to gently cleanse and brighten your skin ensures you have a more even-toned complexion within 1 week. Suitable for all skin types and at an affordable price, Garnier gives you radiating skin, a glowing smile, and red carpet confidence to face the day. Garnier. Radiate from within.
Hello everyone, welcome to Bakes with Pat. I'm Patricia and today we'll be making chocolate chip muffins.
It's a simple and easy to follow recipe that you'll be able to make anytime and share with your friends and family. These are the ingredients and utensils that we'll be using today. All of these ingredients can be found at your local store, as well as they are all budget friendly.
Add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Let's combine it. I mixed the oil, vanilla essence, and milk in this bowl before. So there's 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of oil, and 2 tablespoons of vanilla essence. You add that gradually to the mixture. To the wet ingredients, you add 2 cups, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix it. To the batter, you add 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Then you add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. You add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now for the best part, you add the semi-sweet chocolate chips. You add 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. Make sure you don't overmix it. There. So right now I want us to line the cake. So I usually use margarine. When you're done with that, you should sprinkle some flour to make sure they don't stick. So scoop half a cup each into the mold. You can heat it. So when you're done, you should hit the bottom to make sure that they're level. I preheated my oven to 180 and I put a timer for 25 minutes. Just put them into the oven and it will bake. After 25 minutes, you take them out of the oven. Now you can enjoy your chocolate chip muffins. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time.
So you finished high school. Now what? If you're not sure, neither are Amanda and Mason until they found EduLink. EduLink offers a diploma in multimedia where you'll get to learn graphic design, animation, video editing, and so much more. You'll receive a diploma so you can connect worldwide. To find out more, visit edulink.ac.ke. Creativity at EduLink.
Hey guys, this is Joseph Ouma, the host of Play by Play Show, which is a football talk show, and here are my panel. They will introduce themselves.
Thank you for having us. My name is Mohamed Ali. Mimi nilikuwa mchezaji, but sasa nimesare ball.
Kwa nini umesare ball? Unaacha mpira?
Uzee.
Wewe kijana mdogo unaacha mpira.
Niaje, mimi naitwa Caleb Ngwai. Mimi ni player katika Riara University school team.
Mimi naitwa David Juma. I'm the coach of 11 Stars FC kwa hivyo mtaani kwetu.
Sasa tunataka kuanza na ligi ya Kenya. Unajua ligi ya Kenya ni muhimu sana pia sisi na Kenya. Ligi ya Kenya, Kakamega Homeboys ndio viongozi wako na points 49, wakifuatwa na Tusker 41, City Stars 38, alafu Gor Mahia 38 pia. Hiyo ni top 4. Mnaonaje? Nani atachukua? Bado wako na games 16, wamebaki na games 16.
Game 16 ni mingi. Mimi ningependa City Stars wachukue. Lakini venye naona ligi ikiwa naona Tusker watabeba.
Tusker.
Lakini City Stars wachukue. City Stars wamejenga vijana wengi. Wako na management poa, coach mpoa. Kuna huyu kijana anaitwa Nur Buba, jina mtaa anaitwa Babu. Yule kijana ni talent, ame-improve jitu ya City Stars, unaona. Ukimuuliza nakwambia tu ule coach ni mpoa. Hadi wewe mwenyewe unataka kucheza huko. City Stars, mimi nataka City Stars all the way, City Stars
wachukue. Wewe unaonaje Kale?
Mimi naona sasa ligi ya Kenya sasa naona kuna competition kidogo. Sababu hizo seasons zingine tumeona Gor Mahia, kila time Gor Mahia ndo anabeba for the past 2 to 3 seasons. Gor Mahia ndo Gor Mahia tu ndo inabeba. Sasa angalau sasa kuna tukicheki number 1, number 2, number 3 Gor wako. So mimi nasema the best team to win.
Uangalie Gor Mahia wako number 4.
Number 4. Ameacha
8 points. Then 11 points pekee. Games 4 tu.
Lakini tunaona pia kuna competition, lakini nasema may the best team win. Yeah.
Unaonaje coach?
Ninka coach napenda vile kuna hiyo competition hapo hivyo Kenya. Kwa hiyo hizo standings vile unacheki kuna there's a lot of competition imekuwa ikiendelea, so as a coach hadi huko mtaani tunataka tu watu wetu mjua game tuwaonyesha the big teams to look up to. So mjua the way the competition is stiff and it's getting even stiffer. Na dai tu may the best team win vile mzangu amesema, but as a fan mimi mwenyewe mimi ni fan wa Gor Mahia, so tunaweza kuwa na hopes kidogo, lakini the difference, the goal difference ni kubwa, but we just have hopes but tunasherehekea kwamba the Kenyan league is becoming even more competitive.
Na mnaonaje the state of football in Kenya? Nini tunafaa kuimprove?
Sai state ya ball Kenya naweza sema iko better than venye ilikuwa before, because time yenye mimi nilikuwa na play ball nyewe kulikuwa hadi madhe yako na kusupport, na si ati siko na talent. Vijana wenyewe wanajua huko nje wanajua nilikuwa poa, but hakuna hiyo support. Say anajitolea weekendi anapeleka mtoi wake hizo maligi, ligi ndogo, elite, cheza sport, kipaji soka. Yaani sasa hadi kuna manini mingi, kuna academy mob unacheki. Na si ati ni do peke yake wako focus on, wana focus hadi wale mavijana wa mtaa, talent ya mtaa wenye wajiezi, they take them in as their own, unaona. So mimi naweza sema sasa football in Kenya imegrow and I hope tu iendelee hivi. Sidai talent iende west kai yetu.
Na sasa hivi unapata vijana wanajua kupiga ball vizuri, wanalipwa fees.
Yes.
Kutoka primary hadi university.
Kama micho nimesoma ulikuwa deadly ball ama sport yote walikuwa nakupea do, wanakuketa for everything. So sai ball Kenya ina grow and I hope one day to reach up top.
Na nini kale unawezaje sema about the stadiums in Kenya?
Kuhusu stadiums Kenya, mimi naweza sema tunaendelea fiti. Stadiums nyingi sasa zinaendelea kujengwa. Hata juzi kama timu yetu ya shule tulikuwa na friendly city stadium, kwa stadium iko fiti. Ya, na ningependa kuambia organizations zote waendelee tu hivyo, sababu kuna talent mtaani. Waendelee kutengeza hizo stadiums, angalau hata tupate competitions za Afrika pia siku zingine ziletwe hata Kenya, tutafurahia tu sana.
AFCON kuchezwe Kenya, tuende tu hapo tu.
Kabisa.
Lakini maplayer wetu wacheze hapo ndani. Si tuna host na nchi yetu icheze.
Hiyo pia itakuwa mbaya. Unasemaje coaches?
I think the state of stadiums za Kenya imekuwa improve in the last few years. Though government ilikuwa imetupromise kutakuwa na more stadiums, but so far so good. Tunaweza kusema wamejaribu. Kuna playgrounds most watu kucheza. Hadi kama timu yangu iko hivyo Mtari, tunapata place ya kucheza. It's reliable and inaonyesha kwamba the state of football in Africa pia inaongezeka. We are seeing that kuna rima player wengi sana kutoka Africa that are playing in the major leagues in the world. We have very many players of African descent that are playing in the Premier League, in La Liga, Serie A. So it's very helpful, it's very beneficial for us, and particularly for people who are nurturing young talents that go in sports places to another game. No. That's why I did talk about the concluded AFCON. Naona kwamba there was a lot of improvement in terms of technicality of a player, in terms of the technical awareness ya bench management ya player. So naona kwamba the growth of football in Africa and even Kenya is really improving. Though we really wish that itafika matime yenye hadi Kenya yenyewe tutaweza fika hizo place ya kucheza AFCON. We would be able to host hizi games, but tunaweza shukuru kwamba we are making progress and it's very helpful.
Asante sana coaches. Sasa tutoke nje kidogo tuongelee mpira ya La Liga. Jana kulikuwa na El Clasico. Mimi mnaonaje, watu jana walikuwa disappointed? Mimi kama fan wa Real Madrid sikuamini, lakini tunakubali matokeo. Naona kijana Aubameyang pale sasa ni mshambuliaji mbaya sana. Mnaonaje, unasemaje kuhusu hiyo game?
Mimi kama fan wa Barcelona nilifurahia mbaya. Ilikuwa game poa at least. Najua watu wa Real wanasema Benzema kuwa
lakini Xavi ball.
Lakini ule Xavi amebadilisha vitu mob. Signings ameleta ni signings za make sense, unaona. Ni coach mwenye mimi naona akiwaachwa na players for some time, that bonding na training yenye anawafanyisha, Barca will come back to the good golden days.
Bila Messi
natuma bado, lakini Messi ni kijana wetu. Messi alianza kwetu akiwa mtoi, unaona. So Barca will come back to those golden days. Na Haaland pale hivyo anakuja, so unaona mtakuwa mnalia next season.
Tutalia, lakini bado tuko na Marco Reus pale. Kuna watu wengi.
Mimi najua Barcelona sasa itakuwa kumoja.
Caleb, unasemaje kuhusu El Clasico?
In my own opinion, mimi nilikuwa naona Real watashinda hiyo El Clasico kwa sababu wenye walicheza na PSG, ukilinganisha PSG na Barcelona, hiyo
technicality ya PSG iko juu.
Lakini sasa mimi niliona Barcelona itakuwa kazi ndogo kwao. Lakini mimi hadi nilikuwa ni betie Real. Nilikuwa niekelee sijui 1000, ni vile tu simu yangu haikuwa na moto.
Problem ya PSG time wana defend. Unaona wakiattack wanattack na 10, wakidefend wanadefend na 7. Utapata Mbappe anatembea, Neymar anatembea, Messi anatembea. Sasa ile time ya kudefend ile Benzema anatoka mbio, utapata tu Messi anasimama, hawezi leta hiyo pressure.
Lakini ile game ya kwanza, ile first leg walicheza vizuri, walijua shida ya Real ni ule kijana mdogo pale, ule Brazil Vinicius. Yule ndo anasumbua, na walicheza vizuri, walimcontain vizuri, na ndio maana Real hakuweza kufunga. Lakini hii game ya pili waliachilia Messi ashazeeka.
Wote sio unaonaje?
Hiyo game ya jana, mimi naweza sema there has been a resurgence kwa game in the development ya game ya Barca, because kiona in the last few months people are thinking that sasa where is Barca going after Messi left, but sasa wali bringing Xavi, nadhani kuna time nilikuwa nawaambia about Pedri, and jana jamaa alikuwa na game nyingine that was a master class of a game.
Una compare Pedri na Pogba?
Wewe bana, that was a big game, and that was a big game alionyesha his worth, kwamba he can produce in big games, and that is one talent to watch out for. But that was a great game. Barca, mimi ni fan wa Real, but I was disappointed, but you have to be neutral as a sports fan, kwamba uelewe kwamba that game was much more in the side ya Barca, they deserved the win.
Tuliongelea tu hapa PSG na Real. Tuongelee sasa Champions League. Wanacheza Champions League. Mnaonaje Champions League draws venye zimeshafanya?
Tukianza tu hapo, Champions League ni ya Liverpool.
Liverpool mmewekwa na Benfica.
Champions League ni ya Liverpool, hiyo tushajua. Mimi kama fan wa Liverpool ningoja hiyo kikombe mbaya. Watu wa Man U next season hata Europa najua muone.
Man U was just chilling.
Tofauti tunaingia.
Ronaldo next season haiko hadi Europe.
Tuongelee Liverpool. You have no chance to win hiyo.
Champions League ni
champion win.
Champion ya Liverpool. Man City, to all the Man City fans out there, zenijo, but sinyi pia mnajua mwezi shinda champion.
Unaje kale?
Mnaweza sema sasa kusema timu gani itabeba UEFA sasa ni ngumu sana.
Ni Liverpool. Ni Liverpool.
Unajua ni fan wa Liverpool, lakini mimi nasema ni ngumu sasa sababu cheki kama timu kama Bayern iko, timu kama Chelsea bado inataka hii kitu, bado Chelsea iko.
Kwa Chelsea.
Ndio Chelsea. Sasa yani sema hii sasa hii competition UEFA mwenye mshindi ni ngumu sasa kusema, lakini naona itakuwa ngumu sana hii competition.
Coaches zinaonaje?
Sema Benfica. Mimi naona finals niko na Man City. So hiyo timu nyingine itajijaza, lakini niko na Man City finals. I think it's high time Pep finally won a Champions League trophy na Man City, and with the way they play, hata kama wana like a natural number 9, I think their chances of to make it as a team and come out of the tournament as the champions is very high. So I think maybe my bet is on Man City, just because they have Guardiola, who is a serial winner, and also because of the team that they have, the quality that they have around them. Kuna place for every position they have quality, and not just quantity. So hao ni watu wenye wako na a greater chance. Kuna hizo teams zingine ziko hapo, I just think ni Major Riders tu. Kuna team kama Liverpool, I have no sina shida na Liverpool, lakini itafika time I think they will fold when it comes to that time ikifika, but it's too early to predict, but I have my bet on Man City proceeding to the finals.
The good thing is wakati tumefall, Man U atakuwa sha fall kitambo. Hata Man U na Arsenal nikidhani imebadilisha form. Arsenal wameenda juu, ni sasa ndio merudi.
Lakini pale Champions League naona for us ni
nani na
Madrid, Real Madrid na Bayern.
Unasema hivyo kwa sababu ya the past Champions League that they are holding. Lakini
Madrid sasa iko sawa, Madrid iko sawa.
Yeah, Madrid sasa
jana sijui nini ilikuwa mbaya, lakini wako sawa.
Jana naona wali venye wajua sasa El Clasico nyingi zenye zimepita Real ndo amekuwa wakidominate. Yeah, sasa mimi naona pia hii last time waliona yani walitukio game lightly yani.
Lakini hata ile the El Clasico before hii ya jana Barca dominated Real. They could not secure a win. Yeah. The other El Clasico walikuwa dominate sana.
Naona producer wangu ananiambia time imeisha, so tunapenda kumalizia hapa, lakini nashukuru sana panel come through, tumekuwa na show nzuri.
Sisi tunashukuru.
Nawashukuru sana. Naona mnajua mpira. Hata kama hukucheza mpira coaches, lakini naona content uko nayo.
Coaches ni coaches.
Naona vijana wako ni wazuri. Utawaleta hapa show siku moja pia sisi tuwaone. Watu wajue tuko na followers wengi sana. Alafu sitakuwa kitu mzuri sana.